Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, and welcome to Wellbeing Wednesday on the Mothership. My name is Michelle Louise from Angelic Healing. I am an advanced master teacher specializing in women's emotional well-being by teaching you how to think and heal yourself happy. And today our welcome is a little bit different because I'm joined with the very beautiful Claire Evans from the Little Wellness Hut to welcome you all to Wellbeing Wednesday today. Hi Claire, how are you?
Hi Michelle, I'm fine. Happy Wellbeing Wednesday.
I know it comes around
In
quick, doesn't it?
November. It's nearly Christmas.
Nearly, not quite.
Not quite.
So how are you today, Claire?
I'm really, really good, and thank you for letting me gate crash your welcome today.
No problem.
Yeah, it's been an interesting few months, hasn't it, my little love? For those of you that don't know, Michelle and I have been beavering away in the background and creating the most amazing space for you all to come and experience what we do. So I am an Ayurvedic massage therapist and a pranayama teacher. I specialize in massage therapies to help heal your mind, body, your soul. So between the two of us, we've got you covered, girls.
Yeah, you're in safe hands, healing hands.
Safe hands. Very warm hands today.
Yeah. Oh,
yeah. So yeah, thank you for letting me gate crash. And
you're welcome.
I just and I know we're going to talk a little bit about self-love and how to do that for yourself. And I just wanted to touch base. I've been a little bit quiet recently. Well, Michelle might not think I've been quiet because I never shut up. And I pester her every minute of the day. But on here, I've been a little bit quiet. And that's because back in September, I was diagnosed with stage 1 aggressive breast cancer. And in October the 4th, just over 4 weeks ago, I had a mastectomy. And it's been a hell of a ride. It's been a hell of a journey. My gosh, every day is a school day. Learn. But I couldn't have got through it without you, Michelle, and what you bring to the table and what you offer and what you do is amazing. And people really need to experience it, understand it, and do it for themselves, because there's no greater thing you can do than work on your emotions and yourself and your well-being, your physical body, your spiritual body. And it's so important that we do this, you know. Being in tune with your body is the reason I found the lump, because I'm very self-aware. Thank goodness I did, you know, whoever was up there looking after me, I found it and got it in time. And whilst I've got to undergo some further treatment, the cancer's gone.
Right.
Yeah, and it's been, it's an emotional roller coaster, but having the skill set to be able to deal with that, be able to rationalize fear and anger and channel it in a way that isn't destructive and actually helps you learn and grow your emotions is just, it's so important. It's so important.
It is, absolutely. And you've been incredible, you know, you said, I want to thank you for what you've just said for me, but we've done this together. You already had the makings of that wonderful mindset. Your whole understanding of what you were about to go through and what it meant, the technology behind it, what to expect, what you may have to go through afterwards has been incredible, absolutely incredible. And, you know, let's not forget, and nothing quite like what you've gone through, but you helped me massively in my dark hour at the beginning of the year. So, you know, I thank you for that. And I wouldn't have met you, Claire, if it hadn't been through the Mothership. You know, when we
cry.
I know it's emotional, isn't it? But you were there for me, and I was coming to see you at the Little Wellness Hut, and then obviously we've hit it off massively, and now we're collaborating, we're in business together, we're being able to offer what we've shared with each other to everybody else. And you're absolutely right. It's so important that people understand that it's a safe space. we get it completely. And between us, we've got so many tools and skills and understanding of your emotions and the energy body and what you need to release and let go of, and how to shape your mindset to move you forward through anything that you're going through. It doesn't have to be, what can be some massive to somebody can be tiny to another, and vice versa.
Absolutely. In this day and age, as women, we're expected to go, get on with it, and we're very the British way, I can't show emotion, and we are getting better. We're definitely getting better, but it's actually crucial that if you feel the need to cry, you cry. If you feel the need to have a rant, you go out and you have a rant. Just go and shout the sea or something.
Yeah.
But it's also okay if you want to have a laugh and want to joke and sometimes get through adversity using humor. That's okay as well. We hear it's okay to not be okay, but it's something I've said all the way along. It's also okay to be okay as well. And I think sometimes you can feel a bit guilty. And I know I have, I've been dealt with this like massive, I don't even know what to call it. Event in my life that has changed me. I'd never been in a hospital before, and then the next thing you walk out, and as my husband loves to refer to me, I'm his little uni boob.
Oh.
People find that a bit weird, and that's okay, but that's how I deal with it, with humor. But you learn, I feel you go through these things, and as you say, what can be tiny to one person can be huge to another person. And I don't think everybody's emotions are valid. Everybody's emotion. You can never have an opinion over somebody else's emotions, ever. You can advise, you can help that person, but it's their, I hate to use the J word, but it's their journey, and their emotions are valid. And they may be getting upset because they broke a plate, but that plate may have been their great-great-grandmother's. So to them, it's huge. To you, you're like, it's plate, and it doesn't matter what you're going through in life. Everybody needs to express emotion and have a space that is for them, that they are able to go to and express who they are. And whether that is coming to us in our amazing hut and working with us, going out for a sea swim, whatever it may be, you have to have that space to be able to validate your emotions. You have to.
Yeah, completely.
If holding on is so dangerous.
Yeah.
It's so dangerous.
Over time, many moons, we've just been reprogrammed and reconditioned to suppress anything other than happiness and joy, because it can be seen as a failure and be judged. So we've, this emotions guidance system that we were built with and born with is there for a reason, for to use all of your emotions. And the thing is, if everything's so chaotic, because we tend to be last on our own list, women especially, and feel like we need to justify or ask permission or feel guilty for taking some time out, your body is just fighting, you're battling against yourself. You're not going to be in tune with your body to hear the warning signs, to see the body talking to you.
Exactly.
We're just conditioned to man up, put your big girl pants on. Big girls don't cry. Or we say, don't be nice to me, it'll be all right in a minute. Wash your face, take a deep breath, and on you go. It's not the answer, because it's going to come up and come out anyway.
Of course it is. And listen, being able to be in tune with your body. You were at the beginning of the year, you were in tune with your body. I was, which is why I found the lump when I did so early. It's also, you know, if there's something not right, and the body will start to give you the tiniest little signs to start with. It could be like, oh, the knee's aching. And if you don't listen, every time it becomes bigger and bigger and bigger. And it can result in burnout. It can result in illness. It can result in complete and utter fatigue, and just mental break. That's when the serious stuff happens. So we have to really be in tune with ourselves and our bodies, and you can only do that through acts of self-love.
Yeah.
And that's going, as we've talked before, you go see the therapist, you go see the counselor, you go have the difficult conversations. It's not necessarily about running a nice bubble bath, or
I wish, having the time with the champagne and the candles. Yeah.
It's lovely, and it will act as a tool, but it's not going to fix the problem. If you're unsure of something, go and see the doctor, go and have tests, go and get yourself checked out. They're the biggest acts of self-love that you can do. And sometimes it's scary because you're dealing with the big things, but actually it's the most important thing.
Yeah. And trapped negative emotions stored in the body will manifest over time as ailments. Disease is a body not at ease. And you can literally go, I did it in a video months ago, if you go back in topics, head to toe of what different ailments in the body is, what emotions have probably stemmed from. And it's massive. So to actually reach out and ask for help and go and see a therapist and have the conversation, you're talking to somebody who understands, who can point you in the right direction and to help you. You're not alone. You're never alone. And we teach you the techniques to do your own little self-love, self-healing in between the sessions, so that these are life skills that you've got forever that you can share. And the more people that realize that looking after your wellness and your well-being isn't something you do just when you're ill to get better. It's more to make sure that you don't get ill. Exactly.
And people might be watching this going, well, hang on a minute, Claire's talking about breast cancer and we're talking about left emotions. I have a very strong feeling as to what I was holding on to and what causes, and we've discussed this. And as soon as I was diagnosed, I was like, I know what this is. I know what it is. And I spent the whole month of October in meditation classes with Jigyasa, who's also on the mothership, Jigyasa Shiv, and in very deep meditations. And it came up, and I dealt with it because I knew it was a suppressed emotion. It was anger, and frustration and upset and guilt that has manifested itself into this from years ago, not yesterday, not last month, years ago, that I left unchecked because I thought I'd dealt with it and I hadn't. And, to go through something like every day getting up to meditate, and that some days it's going to be really rough because you're going to be forced to deal with some things that you perhaps don't want to face. Oh my gosh, it's so liberating and freeing. I mean, I went through a phase just last week, I did a meditation with Jigyasa. I cried for 2 days. I had a breakdown in Asda. Some poor woman in Asda's probably needs therapy herself after dealing with it.
It was better out than in. Get it out. It's a release.
It was definitely out. And when I spoke to Jigs, I went, what did you do to me? She went, I worked then. I said, why didn't you warn me? She went, because you would have held it in.
Yeah, if you're expecting it, absolutely.
If you're expecting it. And it's so true, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's so true. I probably would have just hidden away for 2 days, whereas actually I needed to go out and confront what was creating the fear and the anxiety and all of it, which I did. I didn't expect to happen in Asda. So yeah, and then it's having the skills to be able to bring that back and to rationalize it and go, okay, this is getting a bit silly now. I need to bring it down a level. And it's learning those skills. And as you say, they're life skills that will stay with you forever. Forever. So important.
It is important. I'm just loving listening to your enthusiasm and laughing and joking about the whole situation, because it's serious situation. It's been massive. And it happens so quickly. There we are in the middle of going to view places. And then you get this mad news and it's like, oh no, let's everything stop. And it's like, no, I need this to come out the other side. So, you know, positivity, the mindset and how you've just dealt with everything has just been incredible. Take my hat off to you, I really do.
Oh,
really do.
thank you. Well, you know,
we've got this to share now, haven't we, for everybody?
Yeah, and you have to also look into the reason why. There has to be a why behind everything. And if my why is that I can get the message out about how amazing our NHS is, skills that can be taught. I haven't really mentioned it, but you know, there's another amazing woman that is actually on the mothership. She doesn't come on very often, but our amazing Sarah Chadder, who owns Flourish in Llandudno Junction. I mean, I've been living in her oxygen chamber, and I'll talk about that on another post. But you know, again, it's knowing these amazing women are out there, and we're all out there to support each other through different journeys. And what has really, really got to me is the amount of people you talk to, and they'll be like, oh yeah, oh, it happened to me last night. 20 years ago. Oh yeah, I went through something similar. And you look at the person and go, really? Yeah. Really? Yeah. The amount of times that's happened to me is staggering. So, you know, I think the biggest message is you're not alone in all of this at all. It can feel quite lonely at times, and it can certainly feel very overwhelming at times. But again, this is learning a skill set to take you through for, yes, the big things, but also, you know, the smaller things that happen in life, or things that affect you. As I said earlier, you know, everyone's emotions are valid, whatever it might be about. And it's learning a skill set to be able to deal with that.
Yeah. And it could be a simple thing as to just how you talk to yourself, and just understanding that, completely. You know, when you talk I, and it feels like it's a massive burden because I've got to do this, it's up to me to. That is just singular. It's too much of a burden on the shoulders. But when you make friends with yourself, because there's never going to be a relationship you're going to have with anybody longer than the one you have with yourself, it suddenly becomes we. And it's not feeling so much of a burden. You, instead of looking at yourself in the morning in the mirror going, oh my God, you know, we all do it. Your body's not going to love you back feeling like it's being berated like that. But if it's like, wow, we've got this, let's go for it. That sounds daft, but those kind of things, that language to yourself is massive, absolutely mad. That's just become a way of life for me, you know, a complete way of life. Yeah. I strongly believe the issues I had at the beginning of the year, I got through by sending love to my bits, the bits that had been failing rather than neglected and rejected. Emotionally, I'd worked on myself spiritually for years, mentally, emotionally, but disconnected from the physical. And so from my issues were coming out in the physical body. But then I was resenting the physical body, you stupid body. Well, no wonder it wasn't going to be healing. So instead, I just had this eureka moment at 4 o'clock in the morning, the witching hour. It's like, oh my God, I've worked on, you know, I'm out of balance. I've worked on all my other bodies, but not my physical body. And God, the difference in this year has been incredible, just through one little hint and tip and little exercise in self-love, in self-care, in self-healing. But again, it's something to be shared. It's something that people can work with as well. And it's amazing. Once you're aware of something, you can't be unaware of it. It's a switch that just is life-changing, is absolutely life-changing.
It really is.
I got to say thank you for putting my head back on my shoulders when you were helping me at the beginning of the year. This is obviously meant to be. And just say how proud I am. How proud of you I am for how you've dealt with your massive, absolutely massive part of your journey. But look what we've come out the other side and what's there to be shared with other people. Yeah,
absolutely. Absolutely. There has to be a positive from everything. Even when it seems really dark, there has to be a light. There has to be a light.
Yeah.
The the universe plays in very, very strange ways. And but through this journey, I have met some incredible human beings, absolutely incredible human beings. And, you know, onwards and upwards.
Onwards and upwards, indeed. Oh, Claire, thank you so much for joining me on the Wellbeing Wednesday. Welcome. Ladies, something a little bit different for you today, but obviously really couldn't do this without bringing Claire along today as well. It's been a massive month for you. So onwards and upwards indeed.
Yeah.
Have a fabulous day on Wellbeing Wednesday. You've got people throughout the day, all experts, having their expertise in their different fields in well-being. Stay tuned, and don't forget you can watch it on catch up as well. It's all stored in topics. So I look forward to speaking to you all soon, aren't we, Claire?
Yeah, we are.
Okay,
take care. God bless.
Thank you. Namaste.